What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today, I'm going to be going over all the 2023 NASCAR Cup Series paint schemes. Now, there is so many that has dropped in the past couple days. This week alone, we have paint schemes from Chase Elliott, Kevin Harvick, Alex Bowman, Jimmie Johnson. If you don't see your favorite driver's paint scheme here today, hit that subscribe button because I will be doing an update video when your favorite driver does drop. Now, let's go ahead and strap the TV down. It's going to be a fun one, and let's go ahead and jump into the content. Kicking it up, we recently got some disappointing news, but we knew it was going to happen eventually. Kevin Harvick has officially announced his retirement at the end of the 2023 NASCAR season. We're going to be taking a look at his Ream paint scheme. I am personally a fan of this one. I'm loving the colors. I'm loving the design. Stewart-Haas Racing always kills these cars, but one I really enjoy is the Hunt Brothers pizza car. On paper, this car might be looking very green, but pay attention to the fine details going on within this scheme, and there's a lot to pick up on. I'm loving it. The car looks sharp. I think this one is gonna look great on track. Can't wait to see it, man. Disappointed Kevin's going out, but hey, we knew it was gonna happen eventually. Moving on, we got Kyle Larson, the 2021 champion. Looking at this car, you're probably thinking there's no change to it, but if you pay attention to the HendrickCars.com logo on the hood, they do have this underlined design with a checkered flag on it. No other changes other than the hood design as far as I can tell on this car. Kyle Larson, locked and loaded for 2023. I think he's going to have a much better season. Next up, we got my favorite driver, Brad Keselowski. This will be his Daytona 500 paint scheme. A new sponsor for RLK is going to be Next to Gen, a brand I'm not too familiar with, but obviously this may be the most colorful car in the Daytona 500. Next up, we got Josh Berry in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. This paint scheme just recently dropped. Obviously, Bass Pro Shops is going to be on the hood, as Noah Gragson has been promoted up to the Cup Series. Now, for the car that you guys have been absolutely dying for, Chase Elliott and his Napa Auto Parts scheme has finally been unveiled. Let me know what you guys are thinking about it. I'm gonna give my personal opinion. I like this car. It looks very classic, not very modern day. It reminds me a lot of the old Michael Waltrip cars, the old Martin Truex cars. But a classic look is honestly a beautiful look for this car. They didn't go and do nothing crazy on it. The colors are looking clean. It has a very interesting kind of classic throwback, laid back look to it, where they didn't want to go over the top with it, and they wanted Chase to make his own legacy. Chris Buescher is going to have a familiar design on his car, just like Brad Keselowski. Only difference is there's blue on this car and not yellow. William Byron with the Raptor design. Not gonna lie, it reminds me of the old Jeff Gordon All-Star Jurassic Park. It just looks like the paint scheme got ripped into. It's a beautiful design. Obviously a matte black. I'm liking what they did with it. The black number highlighted in yellow is obviously a very beautiful look. I'm digging everything about this car. Michael McDowell, the Daytona 500 champion, will be back on track with FRAauctions.com. Who knows? Maybe he'll be a two-time Daytona 500 champ come a month from now. This car I stumbled across. It has not been unveiled yet. This will be Ryan Preece's new car in the number 41, who'll be replacing Cole Custer. The sponsor is going to be United Renters, and I'm digging this blue and white design on it. Not much is known about this car, what races it will be on track for. I'm sure they will be unveiling this car at some point soon, and we'll be announcing more with his sponsorship, but I think he's gonna have a great year over there in that 41 car. Now for Alex Bowman, he has two beautiful designs this year with Ally. Ally always goes above and beyond. Now this first car is going to be the paint scheme for the day races on the NASCAR circuit. This next one, we're going blackout night mode for the late night races. Tell me which one you like the most. I think I'm liking the night race paint scheme for Alex Bowman. Very interesting that they did this, and I find it very, very fun when the sponsors do get creative in this kind of way. Kind of bittersweet to see Jimmie Johnson in the number 84. They reversed the numbers. We got Carvana on this car as the primary sponsor for the Daytona 500. Jimmie will be driving for the new rebranded Legacy Motor Club. It's an interesting name. I know a lot of people are not fans of this new race team. They took Petty out of the name, but they did keep the number font. One more paint scheme that dropped this week, we got BJ McLeod in his Blaster Work Like a Pro number 78. This guy's got to stand out, good on track, giving me some Lightning McQueen vibes with this one. Moving on, we got Ross Chastain in his Kubota paint scheme. Now this one is apparently designed to look identical to a tractor, which is something I did not know. Austin Cindric will be aiming for his second Daytona 500, returning with Discount Tire on track once again, as well as bringing sponsorship with Auto Trader in this beautiful orange machine. Kevin will be bringing the whole forest design with his Bush can. Number 4 car for his final season. My personal favorite driver, BK, will be on track at Chicago with this red, white, and blue makerswanted.org Ford Mustang. A good cause with this car for Corey LaJoy will be the Team Nago, encouraging kids fighting cancer. Beautiful design on this car, good cause. Good to see them in the sport. I hope this sponsor goes very far. We got a handful of paint schemes for Kyle Busch. My personal favorite is the Cheddar's car with the delicious looking croissants on the corner panel. The bright green Osco number 8. Can't get over this number font, man. Lenovo will be returning with a beautiful car. I said this paint scheme looked very experimental. I'm liking what they did with it. Definitely doesn't have that typical RCR look to it, and it looks like something new that they're going to be bringing to the track. Finally, for KB, we got the Bet MGM car. Next up, we got Eric Almirola. Only change going on to this car is the deck lid is now white. Other than that, looking identical to last year. Denny Hamlin is bringing familiar colors with his 4 paint schemes. We got the FedEx Express, FedEx Office, FedEx Flight, and FedEx Ground, all looking completely identical. Ryan Blaney with his Daytona 500 car. This is going to be the Duracell machine. It does look like they did raise up the black a little bit. Very minor changes going on to this one. But once again, I can never get over that neon yellow with the Menards paint schemes. Discount Tire seems to be going more in Blaney's direction in the future, adding more and more races every year. A beautiful design on that number 12 car for young Ryan Blaney. Also, we can't forget the Wabash car. I think Ryan's going to do big things this year. I think he's definitely going to be a championship contender. Now, for Chris Buescher, who's going to be driving for RFK, a thicker number font is on this number 17 car. Now, he ran this Fastenal car for the last couple races of the 2022 season, and this will be his primary car in the upcoming Daytona 500, as well as most of the season. Also, for Chris Buescher, we got the 5th third banking car. Not a whole lot changing on that one. A new sponsor coming into the sport is going to be the Paula Casino Spa and Resort. We got 2 paint schemes for this one. We do have the car that will be running an Auto Club Fontana, which is going to be a matte black. And then we got this pink and gray car. Unknown what races this car is going to be on track, but I would imagine this is going to be a car he's going to be running in October for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Martin Truex Jr. Little is known if this is going to be his final season or not. I believe they're just going to play it by ear, where there's a good chance we might see him going out as well. This might be the most beautiful paint scheme of the upcoming season. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some Easter eggs in this one. That Bass Pro Shops design is looking so sharp, so amazing. My personal favorite car of the upcoming season. Also, for Martin Truex, we have the Auto Owners Insurance car, looking identical to last year. Christopher Bell will be driving the Ream machine. Now, there is no Ream logo on the door of this car, but they did slap a big circle Ream logo right next to the number 20, so I feel like they need to fill in the sponsorship a little bit, and this car is going to look beautiful. Harrison Burton has minor changes on his car. They did lift up the white that was on the bumper, move it closer to the hood, and I think it kind of makes this paint scheme look a little bit more completed, as they're still aiming for that early 70s look. The defending champion will be returning with an identical paint scheme for Shell Pennzoil, but we'll also have a brand new paint scheme for AAA Insurance, and the biggest thing about this car, man, it just looks clean. Auto Trader will also be sponsoring Joey Logano as he's going for his 3rd championship. William Byron with a beautiful Liberty University paint scheme. We got flames all down the door of this car, flames on the back of the car. Man, they definitely made this car look hot going into this year. Eric Jones, as I said, the 43 is staying on track. We got Eric Jones with his Northern Tool Equipment paint scheme, a new paint scheme for Eric going into this year. Now, for Ricky Stenhouse Jr., this is the car that they did unveil for Kroger and Cottonelle. This will be his Daytona 500 paint scheme. Kind of incompleted. I think they're going to fill up more sponsorship on this car. Obviously, the hood is looking kind of empty. I would imagine they're going to deck this whole car out with logos when it comes time to go racing. Ty Gibbs will be returning with Monster Energy, driving the number 54, not the number 18, but will be the number 54 car. Obviously, they're going with a matte black Monster Energy classic design, like they typically do. Josh Balicki with the Zingler.com paint scheme. This car is bright. You're definitely going to see it on track. As I said before, for an underfunded team, this team kills it more than the rest of them. The Circle B diecast paint scheme will be on track for BJ McLeod next year. Obviously, a lot going on with this paint scheme. It's very bright, very colorful. This one is going to stand out. And finally, we got BJ McLeod's at number 78 Love Fast Motorsports ECR announcement paint scheme. And that's going to be it for all the paint schemes in today's video. video. If you did not see your favorite driver, hit that subscribe button because I will be doing an update video. As we move closer to the Daytona 500, we're only going to get more paint schemes unveiled. We got a lot of secondary paint schemes like Chase Elliott's Hooters car that has been yet to be seen. So subscribe so you don't miss out on that, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great week, everyone.